The North Texas School District is temporarily exempt from the new law requiring the display of the Ten Commandments in classrooms.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is instructing all school districts in Texas to comply with the new law, except those impacted by a recent court ruling. Fox 4's Lori Brown in studio to explain. Lori.
Heather, Plano ISD and 10 other Texas school districts named in a lawsuit over the new Ten Commandments law will get a pass, but just for now. A federal judge granted a preliminary injunction that people suing the school districts were asking for.
So the law says by September 1, if a private actor gives you an appropriate copy of the Ten Commandments, you must display it in every classroom.
Constitutional law attorney David Cole says now whether that law can stand is a question for the courts. Parents with children in 11 Texas school districts allege SB 10 violates the First Amendment. A federal judge appointed by President Clinton sided with them.
He says the plaintiffs proved their case. There's a First Amendment problem here, and all of these districts are enjoined, they're barred from putting the Ten Commandments up come September 1.
But as for the hundreds of Texas school districts not party to the lawsuit, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton says the new law still applies.
And he probably will sue them if they don't put them up.
Lawmakers who voted for the classroom displays called it a matter of historical and moral significance, not religious persuasion. But in a lengthy 55-page ruling, U.S. District Judge Fred Byrie wrote, in sum, the court finds SB 10 crosses the line from exposure to coercion. Cole says the federal judge's ruling does add some legal gray area for school districts.
So it's a tough spot for the districts because their obligation is to do what's legal. And so you have a law on the books, that's pretty clear, but you also have this opinion that while it may not bind you directly, goes through all the relevant constitutional law and says this just isn't constitutional.
Cole explained while there are many displays of the Ten Commandments, like at the state capitol, courts may see a paper version differently.
The monument itself has a certain historic quality. It's been there for a long time. It was donated by a certain organization. But here, it's a little bit different. You're just putting up a copy of the commandments, and there's not that additional history and presence you have of that monument. It does go to show, though, how little distinctions can make a really big difference in this area of law. And that's what Mr. Paxton and proponents of this law have seized on.
He told us in a statement that SB 10 requires the Texas Attorney General to assume legal responsibility for any lawsuit against a public school district. A spokesman said Plano ISD will comply with any directives from the court and the Texas Education Agency. Paxton said that he will appeal this injunction to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. That court already has a similar case from Louisiana. Heather.
All right, Lori Brown in studio. Thank you.